Custodians of law and order, pioneers of every advance into the interior. The guardians of our border, and above all, the friends of the hill people. This is the force that binds the Northeast.
Namaskar, hello and welcome viewers. You're watching the special series of Sansad TV, National Security, with your host Kriti Mishra. And today we'll take a closer look at the oldest paramilitary force in India, the Assam Rifles. It is tasked with the maintenance of law and order in the northeast, along with the Indian Army, and also guards the Indo-Myanmar border in the region. Let's take a deep dive into the impressive history and achievements of the Assam Rifles. So come along.
Meghalaya, the land of clouds, and tucked away in the hills of northeast India, stands its beautiful capital, Shillong. Located here is the headquarters of Assam Rifles, the guardians of India's northeastern frontiers. Assam Rifles have an unparalleled heritage of gallantry since 1835 and hold a distinction of having been conferred the highest number of gallantry awards. This unique distinction has been made possible through the supreme sacrifice of the brave hearts of the force in the line of duty. Assam Rifles have a major contribution in achieving the new paradigm for the northeastern region. The current era of peace has enabled the country to realize the real potential of northeastern region, and with that, we can now confidently showcase our strengths in different sectors with the world community with inclusiveness and unity during the various G20 summits being held across northeastern states. During its 187 years of existence, the force has evolved into a modern and operationally efficient outfit capable of responding to any challenges with elan and alacrity. Assam Rifles have always been the first responders in all eventualities in northeastern India, and that has earned them the adulations of their fellow citizens as well as the title of Friends of the Northeast. The force that binds the Northeast is a local folklore in the remote corners of the northeastern region for the Assam Rifles, signifying the faith of the people in the force that stood tall against all challenges, whether it was the world wars, Chinese aggression of 1962, insurgency in Northeast, or disasters or natural calamities. Since 2002, the force has had the role of guarding the India-Myanmar border. The Assam Rifles draw its strength of officers from the army and function under the command of the Union Home Ministry. The Home Ministry has the administrative authority over the paramilitary force, while the army has its operational control. It is headed by an army officer of the rank of Lieutenant General.
The situations, threats, challenges have kept changing, and our roles have been changing with them. Currently, we are involved in guarding the Indo-Myanmar border and fighting insurgency in the northeast. Further, 2 of our units are deployed in Jammu and Kashmir. Throughout our history, we have fought alongside the Indian Army, shoulder to shoulder. We are also successfully leading the fight against contraband and drugs in the northeast. In the last 3 years, we have captured contraband and drugs worth rupees 3,154 crores.
Every victorious journey begins with turbulent challenges. Unmatched dedication and ruthless training is the bedrock of this force. Before they join the frontline duties, there is a grueling training for men and women of Assam Rifles in the battlecraft, weapon handling, jungle lane shooting, and other specialized activities in counter-insurgency operations. Be it forests or mountains, they have been imparted with special skills for carrying out swift operations. They are truthful and forthright, humane and cultured, and compassionate. For them, courage is not the absence of fear. Rather, it is the judgment that something else is more important than fear. The training is to enhance the endurance, confidence, and knowledge levels so that they get a complete insight of special operations and missions. Physical combat readiness ensures maximal effectiveness. Although technology has changed the nature of conflict over the years, physical fitness remains an important component in the effectiveness of this force. The foremost quality is steadfast willpower.
For over 188 years, we have protected the country from internal and external threats. We are known as the Friends of the Northeast, and we intend living up to our motto. We are forever deployed in operations and fight shoulder to shoulder with the Army whenever and wherever called. We are the first responders against all natural calamities in the Northeast, and we live by a motto of valor, glory, and sacrifice. We are always present for any eventuality, and our history indicates that. As the nation is celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we stand tall and strong along the Indo-Myanmar border and also in the hinterland, protecting our citizens and living up to our motto as the sentinels of the Northeast.
The Assam Rifles came into being in 1835 as a militia called the Kachar Levy. With approximately 750 men, this force was formed to primarily protect British tea estates and their settlements against tribal raids. Subsequently, all these forces were reorganized and renamed as the Frontier Force, as their role was increased to conduct punitive expeditions across the borders of Assam. This force significantly contributed in opening the region to administration and commerce, and over time, they came to be known as the right arm of the civil and the left arm of the military. In 1870, the existing elements were merged into 3 Assam military police battalions, named as Lushai Hills, Lakhimpur, and Naga Hills. The Darang Battalion was raised just before the onset of World War I. In 1917, recognizing their work during the war, fighting shoulder to shoulder with rifle regiments of the regular British Army, the name of the force was changed to Assam Rifles. The post-independence role of Assam Rifles continued to evolve, ranging from conventional combat role during India-China War of 1962, operating in foreign land as part of Indian peacekeeping force, to Sri Lanka in 1987 in Operation Pavan, to peacekeeping role in northeastern areas of India in the face of growing tribal unrest and insurgency, wherein the maintenance of law and order, countering insurgency, and reassuring the people of region became important tasks of the Assam Rifles. Today, the force remains deployed in some of the most remote areas and provides security to locals. Assam Rifles have grown substantially over the years, from 17 battalions in 1960 to 46 battalions at present. The force also has a training center and a number of logistic units. Through its long deployment in the tribal belt, the Assam Rifles have earned the complete confidence of the locals, and it has helped considerably in bringing the people of this region into national mainstream. The humane, just, and ever helpful approach of the men and women of Assam Rifles truly managed to win hearts and minds, earning the Assam Rifles the tag of Friends of the Northeast.
Talking of achievements of Assam Rifles, we were raised in 1835 as the Kachar Levy. We possess a glorious history. The force has taken active part in both the world wars, pre-independence, and in all major wars and operations post-independence. Assam Rifles was the first force that bore the brunt of the Chinese aggression in 1962. We have ensured the security of the Northeast by fighting militancy for the past 68 years. During the Indo-Pakistan Wars of 1965 and 1971, we were deployed as part of the Indian peacekeeping force in Sri Lanka, besides undertaking counterinsurgency operations in Jammu and Kashmir for the period between 1990 and 1998. The force then distinguished itself and was bestowed with numerous gallantry awards and unit citations. The highlight of their success in counterinsurgency operations in Jammu and Kashmir was the conduct of one of the most successful counterinsurgency operation in history of India at a place called Dudi, which is in Kupwara, and in which, in a single operation that was led by a junior commissioned officer, 72 insurgents were neutralized. Besides, 13 of them were also apprehended, and a large cache of modern arms and ammunition was recovered from them.
The Dhai Murti statue conveys the dedicated service of the Assam Rifles soldiers towards the society and their commitment towards the nation. In the modern era, the statue signifies the bonding and close relationship of the personnel of force with the locals of the Northeast.
During the World War II, troops of 2 Lakhimpur Battalion were deployed along the Indo-Burma border with the British Indian Gorkhas. The war witnessed onslaught by the mighty Japanese army in Burma, which resulted in major infiltration of injured and marooned refugees in India through the India-Burma border. The 2nd Lakhimpur Battalion rose to the occasion and carried out massive evacuation and provided relief to the distressed Burmese refugees, tea planters, and injured troops of the British Army against all odds and adverse conditions. Poorly clad, trekking for months, suffering from diarrhea, dehydration, malnutrition, and malaria, and hounded by the Japanese snipers, these Burmese people were provided with hope by the gallant men of the Assam Rifles. To acknowledge the selfless role of the force, the Burmese government, Corporation of Tea Planters, and hundreds of locals collected donations and presented a sum of money to the battalion, with which a beautiful silver trophy was carved depicting an Assam Rifles soldier assisting a lady and carrying her child, epitomizing the humanitarian effort by the force. The trophy is fondly named as Dhai Murti and now is an expression of grit, determination, and selfless service of the force. The trophy is not a mere symbol of the good work, but also the face of Assam Rifles, from which the entire force draws inspiration. In the modern era, the statue signifies the bonding and close relationship of the personnel of force with locals of Northeast. Be it providing a sense of security against insurgents, assistance during natural calamity, or help in community building, the Assam Rifles, true to the expression, the Dhai Murti stands with the people of Northeast, thereby living to its motto, Friends of the Northeast and Sentinels of the Northeast.
Be it border guarding duties, crackdown on drug smuggling, and deployment near the line of control in Kashmir to assist the Indian Army to check infiltration, women in Assam Rifles are as efficient as their male counterparts.
Assam Rifles have made concerted efforts for gender equality and women's empowerment, which has resulted in the induction of more than 1,000 women into the force. Women soldiers were first inducted into 187-year-old Assam Rifles in 2015. They have since been deployed on all frontline duties, including the Northeast, Jammu and Kashmir, or the United Nations missions, along with their male counterparts. The deployment of women's team in the Democratic Republic of Congo strengthens our aspirations to make the country a superpower in the world. Although India has been contributing to the UN peacekeeping for many years, the addition of Rifle Women Team of the Assam Rifles adds another social and humane dimension to our commitment to the community of nations.
After coming here, that training that I get, and there are so many things that I learned. Physically, also, like as a middle-aged woman, it was very hard in the beginning, and to cope up with the life of this army as a soldier, to get up early and to do the things that like disciplining ourselves and the physical activities and everything. It was very hard, but gradually I'm improving, and now I feel myself that I'm more physically also I'm more fit, and there are so many things that I can do which I wasn't able to do before. And like Mentally also, I'm like prepared. I should say that I'm more prepared and more like confident to face this world, and like not only as a mother, but as even as a soldier. I can say that like I am very proud now.
I right now doing training, things are going good and I'm learning many new things over here and improving day by day.
In addition to playing a pivotal role in effective border management and combating insurgency, the contribution of Assam Rifles to nation building as part of aid to civil authorities and civic actions has been remarkable. The force has effectively implemented the civic action and border area development programs in the remote and isolated areas of the northeastern states.
As a force, we wish to reassure the citizens of our country that we shall live up to the faith and trust that they have reposed in us for all these years.
More than 1,000 personnel of Assam Rifles have laid down their lives in various post-independence wars and other operations. To its merit, the Assam Rifles have 4 Ashok Chakra, 5 Veer Chakra, 33 Kriti Chakra, 148 Shaurya Chakra, 48 unit citations, 14 President's Police Medals for gallantry, and 373 Sena medals, and much more, and counting. The plan of modernization of Assam Rifles has also been approved and is presently in the implementation stage. Along with this, infrastructure for state-of-the-art weapons, communication, surveillance, and training will also be strengthened. Assam Rifles, a unique, formidable, first and oldest paramilitary force of India, continues to make us proud.
Well, viewers, that's all I had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sansad TV. Goodbye for now from my side.